All right, friends, normally when I'm holding a big old crate like this, it means one thing. We're gonna be doing a canvas or a metal print or actually technically an acrylic print review. And you know, actually, we still are going to do that, just in, well, if you haven't noticed, a little different environment than my studio. You see, yesterday I decided I wanted to come up to Big Bear and I needed to do a review on this canvas wall tent and also a diesel heater here. So I figured, hey, what a great opportunity to do a review, something a little different than what we've done for our metal prints. This is from Shiny Metal Prints, and so at any rate, this is going to be a fun video here because, again, it's different. We're out, as you're going to find out here in a moment, it is very snowy. It's beautiful out here. Actually, I got to camp very late yesterday because there's all sorts of closures all over the place relating to, we've had a lot of fires up here. And so most of the camp spots I normally go to were, you could not get to them. The roads were closed and so forth. And so, which is an absolute bummer. So I'm actually 4 miles away from asphalt, and I found this spot about 8:30 last night. And so 5 other spots before this were just road closures, and what a mess. But at any rate, I digress. This morning I realized, man, I didn't bring any coffee with me. And if you're a coffee person, you know, you got to do what you got to do to get your coffee. So I decided I'm going to take off and go get some coffee, come back here so I can do my review on this metal print here. Now, as I'm heading out, see, it snowed a little last night, and I didn't bring any traction boards. And so there was this big, ferocious mud pit.
That's not true.
And no traction board. So hey, you got to do what you got to do. And so I had this in the back of the truck. Now, granted, it does say never step or stack, but you know what?
I think I just figured something out.
That's what they get for sending me a big old crate like this. And I'm having fun with you because, this is what these guys normally send these things off with. And at any rate, I've always been curious as far as how durable these crates are. And so, yeah, I ran it over with the truck. Unnecessary torment, but you know what? Hey, how many of you are sitting there when you see me cracking these things open like, hey, Alex, why don't you run it over?
Did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid?
Hey, I get that. I listened to you.
I didn't say that.
So, at any rate, we're going to crack this sucker open. We're going to see whether or not this crazy case that these things, they ship these things off, did it take a weight of a big old SUV. And I'm just realizing the lighting inside this tent is not really, it's not like the studio. So actually, let's go outside. It's much more beautiful out here. And anyways, that thing said fragile. Okay, you know what? Just realized there's screws holding this thing together. Screw gun's still inside. Let's go grab that. Okay. The moment of truth. Oh my goodness, come on. Hey, what do you think? Is this a better environment than my studio? It is absolutely beautiful out here. I just realized as well, the plus side with doing this review out here, if you haven't noticed, I have a wood stove in there. I can burn this crate afterwards. Okay, the moment of truth. Let me find a spot I can put my drill where it's not sitting in water. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so far we're looking good. Okay, so we have some directions, which I'm gonna put in my pocket because the wind will take that. All right, we have styrofoam. Okay, oh, another chunk of styrofoam. I'm gonna put these down below here because again, it's a little windy. That will take it. Okay, here we go. This is going to be absolutely nuts. Before we look at this, let's just admire. Okay, there's additional styrofoam down below. Oh, look at that. You can see You could see where the weight of the truck, okay, so it did buckle in. It did buckle in, but you know what? I have a theory with this. The styrofoam right here, look at how this came in right here. So assuming this did not push further than the 1/2 inch here, this metal print it might have survived. I don't know, but this is getting, wow, this is getting pretty slick. Pretty exciting stuff. Okay. Ah, crud, I just realized my knife's inside there. Hold on. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. I am excited. I seriously can't wait to see what happened here. Oh, wait. Here we go. I'm not going to do anything pretty here. I am just itching to get this thing out and see what we are working with here, folks. Leave a comment down below. Do you think it's jacked up, or do you think it survived? Dang. These guys really go to town. Okay, so we have another chunk of cardboard that was actually on the front of this. And then of course the print is wrapped up in this bag here on the inside. If you had any idea how long I've wanted to do this, that evilish laugh of mine, this has been in the works for so long. And actually, I wanted to do this, dang, back in end of August, September. But then again, we had all the fires that were going on up here. Holy smokes, okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, I don't see any. Holy smokes. Hey, that's a beautiful print too. Dang, wow, look at that. That is absolutely, there's not even, normally when I take a print out, what am I doing? I'm looking at colors, I'm looking at sharpness, I'm looking for any artifacts or any sort of anomalies in the print. I've even bothered looking at that yet. What I'm looking for here is any sort of dents or any sort of, man, we did it, we jacked it up. But no, there is, they kind of took the fun out of it. I almost tempted, you know, in the movie Jaws, we need a bigger boat.
What did you say?
Why am I doing an Aussie? You know what? When I was coming out here, I was thinking, oh, that ain't a knife.
That's not a knife.
So I still had the Aussie. I decided not to say that, but I still had the wannabe Aussie, probably horrible representation of an Australian accent when I'm trying to do the Jaws scene where he says we need a bigger boat. But anyways.
You're really weird.
Dang, there is, friends, there is, hold on, let's take a, man, there is no, that is testament. You know, for years, I've been telling you guys the packaging is very, very, very important because, especially during the holidays, people are drop kicking your prints and packages from who knows where, because this is the time of the year where the shipping companies are bringing on a lot of seasonal employees to ramp up for the holidays and so forth. And these people, or some of them, could care less about what you have. And that's where you see a lot of these videos online of people frisbeeing, throwing prints or packages and so forth. Now, this is, let's be real here, this is very much an overkill packaging, but this is how these guys ship these things. And so I asked them if they would send me a print because I wanted to do another review. Now, I didn't tell them what the hell I wanted to do with it. So if you guys see this, hey, now you know why I didn't shoot this in my studio here during the last couple months. But at any rate, all right, so let's get to the serious stuff here. On the back of this here, we can see this is printed on Chromolux. We have and I know I'm doing this backwards, I just realized, but again, I was looking for I was looking for some bending, something that would give me a grin that, hey, you know, we did some damage, but they took the fun out of it. Okay, so you have these rubber nubs on the back here, and again, as I said, these things are really nice because when you're putting a metal print up against a wall like this, it keeps it off and from scratching and so forth. The frame is absolutely exquisite, and this is a metal frame here, and as I've mentioned, wood frames are one thing, they're more forgiving. On a metal frame, if your jig is off, you're going to get cracks and the frame will look horrible. And I know what some of you are thinking, hey, well, Alex, that's behind the print, who cares what the frame looks like? Well, if you're drop shipping this to a client, they're going to care, because when they take that print out, they're going to be inspecting that, and that print, front and back, is to be a representation of who you are as a professional.
Oh, sure. Well, that makes sense.
And so this frame looks fantastic. Now I'm looking at the print itself. Man, the blacks on here, look, you can just fall right into those blacks there. They are so dark and deep there. I am looking at some of the large areas and trying to see if there's any evidence of noise. There is nothing that I can see here. The print, the sharpness, now again, this is a black and white, so it's a little bit different. I'm not looking at colors, but we're looking at the different shades of the black and white, the grays, how everything is working all simpatico with one another. And then the edges are absolutely smooth, and I don't recommend that you do that, or if you do, just be careful, and there should be really no reason why you're doing that. But I share that with you because some of the metal prints that we've tested or reviewed in the past, they have this kind of sawtooth edge, and you can, if you're not paying attention, you can actually cut yourself. Corners are slightly rounded, which is nice. This is a fantastic print. Now, let's take a look at the scorecard. All right, friends, there you go. Another metal print review, and this one, of course, from the folks over with Shiny Metal Prints. And of course, man, they really crushed it. No pun intended. Actually, there was no crushing involved in it. Their frame took all the damage. Any rate, but this was seriously a fun review to put together. Now, if you have any questions with regards to these folks, I'm going to put all the links down below. And if you want to take a look at some of the other reviews that we've done, I will have them down in the links below as well. And that is it, friends. So it is, well, it's about that time. I'm going to start taking down camp and heading back home. But hey, we'll see you in the next video.